suspicion.
It's thinking.
Well, no, I think it's on. I think it's on. I think it's working. Looks that way.
I'm being ever so patient.
That's a change. Yes, we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
There we are, yay!
And welcome
We're on Facebook today too.
Good. Things are just looking up, aren't they? Yes, apparently I've got notified by Facebook now. Oh no, I think I'm going to be the one that sneezes. No, please don't.
Oh, this will be bad.
No. I'm not going to sneeze. I refuse. I will use my steadfastness not to sneeze. So good morning and welcome to Elevensies with Lisa and Anton. If you are joining us and you can see us and things are working, please do let us know so we are not totally in the dark. Because you never know. And while you're doing that, I'm going to do this.
All right. So it's Which Way Wednesday, as you know. Good morning, Brenda. It finally let us on Facebook. So for those of you who do look at our Facebook page, you will note that we listed an event this morning.
Oh, you did.
I listed an event.
I tried to do
Facebook is very difficult. Like me. Good morning, Alicia. So I listed an event next Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Courtney Weber is going to join us live from the shop. We're going to be at the shop, and she's going to be in Oregon. She lives in Oregon. And she's going to join us for the Hecate Statue reveal. Exciting. So as you know, Courtney wrote a book, or maybe you don't know, Courtney wrote a book on Hecate, and we will have those books available, and she will sign book plates for people.
Awesome.
So it'll be like a virtual
signed book.
A virtual meet the author and get one of her books. And we'll also have her talk to us about the details on the statue and how you can build a relationship with Hecate. So we're really excited about that. Hi, Jen.
How incredibly cool is that?
Next Tuesday night at 7, it'll be the reveal of Hecate. We will get to talk to Courtney and talk about her book. You'll be able to order her book, order the statue, and I think I'm kind of excited about this.
Well, I have seen the statue.
I have seen the statue.
She is stunning.
So if you want to get a leg up, and you want the Hecate statue, you could call the shop today and reserve one. I know that we're going to have 10 in stock by Friday, but I think 3 of them are already spoken for. So that leaves 7. Good morning, Shauna. So if you wanted a Hecate statue, give Jen a call today.
Yes.
And reserve yours.
Yes.
All right, we'll be getting it up on Got Deity shortly.
Yes.
There's lots going on.
Lots of photography to do today.
Yeah. There's always...
Photography
the days are just packed.
The days are just bloody packed. They are packed.
So yeah, today the white cube is coming out with the little rotating table, and we're going to try to sort out Got Deity because there's quite a few things that...
We got to take some pictures.
We got to take some
pictures, and we're going to take some video as well. Put some little videos up there as well. But obviously what we can do is we can use the video from Courtney and we can put that on Got Deity. We could. And speaking of repurposing everything, because this is our way now, we're trying to be like super efficient.
Well, we're trying to make the best use of our time.
Efficient. Super efficient.
And we're trying to make our way forward on YouTube. And
yes.
YouTube is quite particular, I guess, about how they run their algorithms and what they're looking for in order to put you in front of people.
Yes.
So we've noticed through some research that live videos are not as well appreciated as things that are in the can. So
it's interesting. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. They do seem to... Their algorithm does seem to give preference to pre-recorded material that's been uploaded rather than like a live thing like we're doing right now. Whereas the reverse is probably true, I think, on Facebook.
Oh, Facebook loves live video.
Where they seem to put more into the live stuff than into into stuff that goes in the can, you know.
So like we said yesterday, YouTube likes green content. So we're trying to combine Elevensies and provide for our Facebook audience at the same time as make evergreen content for our YouTube audience.
Yes.
And we really, really want to grow our YouTube audience so that we can get things monetized and get some money in for
Celtica.
For
Celtica. That's what we're trying to do.
Because we've got this hidden agenda.
Well, we have an ulterior motive
really
for our hidden agenda, to be perfectly honest.
It's a plan for for world domination. But no, we've got this plan for success, for preserving our tradition and our little corner of Craft of the Wise, and taking very good care of our little corner, the environment, the earth, and nature.
You know, stuff that kind of matters. Yeah. The planet, really.
So,
that sort of
so
stuff.
all the things that we're doing are not just to line our pockets so that we could build a rocket and go to space. The things that we're doing are...
Excuse us. Meow.
Are to help the environment, to help the bees, to help the people who are part of our community live a happy life. That's what we're after. All right.
There you go.
So we're going to do a segment today.
Yes.
For Which Way Wednesday, about one of the tools that we think could really help you on your journey to learn astrology.
Stuff.
So
good stuff.
There'll be this middle segment, like yesterday, where we won't interact until we finish that segment. So we have our introduction, our good morning, welcome to Elevensies, blah, blah, blah talk. Then we're going to have...
Well, more so like Monday than yesterday, because it was Tarot Talk Tuesday yesterday.
It was Tarot Talk Tuesday. More so like Monday.
More so like Monday.
Then there'll be a segment where we don't interact with you until we finish that segment. And then, of course, we'll always do card of the day. So
to have the choice and ability to just do that, build a rocket and go to space. Yes. Isn't that lovely?
Well,
yes.
I mean,
good morning, Gilda.
I'm not too down on Bezos because I guess he has been giving some money to charity and helping people. But I figured out like 2 years ago that even if he spent something like $150 million a day and lived to be 100, he could not spend his money.
Couldn't do it.
And when you see the things that are going on in the world with poverty and starvation and the
People
environment
struggling for clean water.
Yeah.
You know?
You really would love for him to be a little more altruistic.
Yeah, well, don't get me started, you know. I mean, there's an organization that owns so much property in New York City that they single-handedly could correct the entire balance of whatever you want to call it. They could cancel the third world's national debt. But no, they'd sooner hang on to their wealth.
And she's buying us.
But we have lovely cathedrals, and they're awfully nice. Etc. Anyway, aren't we? We shall not be mean. We shall not be mean.
To our segment where we will...
Yes, but first let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Gilda. Thank you for joining us. So as Lisa says, what we're going to do now, we're going to tuck into our little bit. And we're not ignoring you. We're not ignoring you, but this is the bit that we're going to use for a bit of perennial content later. So we'll be putting some of that magical B-roll in there and all that fun stuff. So, you know, we're here making a program. We might as well make it with longevity.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's our cunning plan. A plan so cunning you could pin a tail on it and call it a fox.
So what we're going to talk about today...
So today we're actually going to review something which is really bloody cool, which is the Black Moon Astrology Cards.
The Black Moon Astrology Cards have been a wonderful tool that I recommend in our astrology class. Since they've come out, each time I teach the astrology class, I say, look, if you want a little extra insight and wisdom regarding the signs and the planets and the vocabulary or the language of astrology, these cards would be a really great asset. So we do sell them at the store. I work really hard to keep them in stock, obviously, because they are very popular.
One of the perennial sort of favorites, aren't they?
So they're a 52 card deck.
Ooh.
And the artwork is exquisite. And they're by a company called Blue Angel. So we get them from US Games. And they're by a woman named Susan Shepherd.
Susan Shepherd, yes.
And
she knows her onions.
52 cards. And it says...
You wish me to read this?
Yes.
Apparently I get the job. So featuring 52 cards and a guidebook, it says, drawing on the ancient discipline of interpreting the night sky, the Black Moon Astrology Cards give you access to the tangible wisdom contained in the heavens. The movement of the planets, the luminaries and the stars are reflected in the happenings on Earth and influence our lives, bodies, souls and destinies. As a science and an art, astrology reveals the insight and knowledge that is literally written in the stars.
Astrologos, astrology.
Astrologos, yes. The 52 cards are based upon the most important placements of a horoscope, making this an in-depth deck for divination and self-awareness. The 184-page guidebook includes information on a range of astrological influences, including the planets, eclipses, and the lunar nodes. Mm-hmm. You don't need to be an astrologer to read these cards. With a divinatory meaning, keywords, and tarot correspondence for each card, the deck makes the principles and revelations of astrology accessible to all. Explore the complex connections between you and the stars to eliminate your path and work fate to your favor.
Illuminate. Yes.
Illuminate. I'm sorry.
Not eliminate.
No, not eliminate your path. Don't eliminate your path. No, illuminate your path. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
It's early. It's early. And I'm from Birmingham. As you know, English is a second language for me. So anyway, yes, illuminate your path and work fate to your favor. Hey, how about that? Get ready to shine with the Black Moon Astrology Cards. So they're kind of cool.
They're very cool.
Like them.
And of course, I keep,
Well, you wrap everything in bits of cloth.
Well, we've made casting cloths and little tarot pouches. They're handmade, so they're. I like to keep my cards in there, and then I also have a little notebook. I keep a little notebook. In there.
I see scribbles.
I see scribbles.
The scribbles, and I see
the
hieroglyphic monads and
the Aldenrod configuration is in here. So yeah.
Yes.
So I keep little notes.
How cool is that? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
All right.
So tell us more about these cards.
Well, they're really cool, and I tell you, I couldn't really have written a better book. So the little booklet comes with suggested layouts.
Really?
Yeah, suggested
layouts.
So
you actually pull out some cards and do like a reading for yourself, can you?
You could. Now, you know that your natal chart has 12 segments, or they call them houses, right? Right. 12 pieces of a pie. But you could look at that as 12 months of the year.
You could.
And you could do a timed reading for yourself to see kind of what's going on. House by house. They're really explained very well, and it talks about the planets, and it talks about some moon phases and the basics of the language. Yeah. There's a card for each of the elements, like here's the one for water.
Well, what's that say then? Water element sensing. It's number 40. What's it say in the book?
Well, I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay then.
And there, see the sun. Spirit. So there's planetary cards. And then there's eclipse cards.
Ooh. Yeah. Speaking of, there's an eclipse very soon.
And there's, I love this one, the Black Moon Lilith card.
Oh, so that's where we get the Black Moon from. Lilith.
So it helps you to understand different aspects too, and things that happen within your chart.
These are quite beautifully illustrated.
And there's a card for part of fortune as well.
Oh, the part of fortune.
So
those are the Arabic
you had asked
parts,
me about card number 40.
That was the first one we pulled out, wasn't it?
Which is the element of water.
Element sensing. This little badger here. So what have you got for that? What's it say in book?
So first there's a picture of the card, so you know what you're looking at.
Right.
And then there's a quote, and this one says, "Your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you."
Oh.
And that's a quote from Roger Ebert, or Ebert.
Not familiar with him, but...
So the book says, "Let matters flow. In astrology, the element of water represents our emotions and our talents of the imagination. Water characterizes the realm of vision, taking us into quintessential depths of our feelings where intuition is more appropriate than acquired wisdom or knowledge. We get carried away on the waters.
Oh, yeah.
We have a feeling of floating, but sometimes we feel adrift. When the water element card presents itself in a spread, you can trust what you feel as the best course to follow. What you are sensing right now may not be based on logic, but it is what you're sensing, and it is correct.
How cool is that?
So then it has like another little brief meaning about the card. It tells you that it's a card of the Ace of Cups. I love when there are correspondences because it takes a language that you already speak and gives you another language to compare it to.
It's interesting because you can use astrology, a language you already speak,
to learn the tarot. Yeah, well, they're all interlocked, aren't they?
Oh, and, my!
For water, it says the key idea is emotional nuance, trips across water, lack of energy may be revealed, and you are sensing what is accurate without being told.
How cool is it? Intuition.
Like
the intuition.
Yeah.
What lies beneath it.
And then there's different artwork for all the planets, and this is her interpretation of Neptune.
Can't see that.
Which is one of the outer planets that you can't see with the naked eye.
If you do the what do they call it? Medieval astrology, you'll have no truck with the outer planets.
Right.
But modern astrology.
So as astrologers, we know that Neptune rules Pisces.
Right. Well, it's the modern ruler of Pisces.
Modern ruler of Pisces. The ancient rules Jupiter. So that really talks about psychism and mediumship. And this card says Neptune, and
we're back into water again.
And the key word is sacrifice.
Oh, really?
So the little quote says, the whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all living beings, which are all part of one another and involved with one another. And that's Thomas Merton. So again, she talks about Neptune for a couple of pages, and it's really, really good if you're trying to do a reading. There's a lot of different insights about the planet. And then is a brief meaning for the card, and it corresponding to the Seven of Cups.
Again, water.
Key ideas: mystery, confusion, enchantment, wandering, passivity, and secret enemies, because we know that that's very 12th house kind of stuff.
Secret enemies. Somebody who's not really an enemy, but really is an enemy.
All right. So would you like to pick a card for yourself for today? And
we gonna do that? Let's
just for yourself.
Just for me. Let's see.
Just because we're reviewing the cards, so we want to see.
I get Capricorn. I use, which is interesting because we were talking about that with my moon. That is my moon's
very
placement.
Practical.
I have a Capricorn
moon. Capricorn card reveals ambition and goals, the mountains, heights and cliffs and skyscrapers. Publicity, fame. The father, the person who plays your fatherly role, how others might view you. Can also talk about bureaucrats. Sorry, cats.
We have a cat.
Yep.
Yes.
Old world traditions, and it corresponds to the tarot card of the devil, which has got Capricorn rulership.
Capricorn, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Definitely.
So for you, this card is about ambition, playing by the rules to move up in the world, taking your place in fame or infamy.
Oh, well, it's got to be fame.
And connecting to the bones of the ancestors.
The bones of the ancestors are very apt and appropriate card, really.
And then,
especially because we're looking at a cemetery.
I really love there's the glyph for Capricorn on there, and the one word little thing I use, which is like the motto of Capricorn.
Right.
And Capricorn is the weird kind of goat fish. And
goat fish.
Blue is a color of communication and creativity. So Capricorns can be quite creative, and I'm going to pull.
You're going to pull one for you?
For myself in this review.
Dun dun dun! And what do you get for you?
Third house messages.
Third house messages. Got to find out
where that is.
So the third
house is ruled by Mercury or Gemini. And my card says it's number 27.
Okay.
And there are Egyptian hieroglyphs. like messages from the past.
I got it now. Third house messages. So the little writing or little, what do you call it? A little quote here.
Quote, yeah.
You must stay drunk on writing so reality cannot destroy you. And that's by Ray Bradbury, Zen in the Art of Writing.
Well, today I am going to focus on mapping out some more things for 2 of the decks that we're working on.
Well, here we go. See what we have to say here. Words have power. Now is the time to get your point across. With this card, you may also get a clearer direction in the way to proceed. The third house also represents neighborhoods and siblings. The third house is the area of the astrological chart that reveals how we think, speak, and communicate. It signifies our need to know and demonstrates how we put our concepts and thoughts into words. You are in search of answers and in need of unlocking mysteries.
Well, I'm certainly going to learn as I teach. That's always happening.
But your mind is agile, and you are able to grasp every detail right now. You may wish to express this mental suppleness through writing, speaking, and researching subject matter, which has always intrigued you. Libraries call to you. You may suddenly wake up with an idea that could turn out to be very lucrative.
To Mercury and Gemini, and it opposes the 9th house, which is connected to Sag, higher learning. So she's really done a fantastic job putting this deck together.
I gotta finish the sentence because you're gonna love it.
Oh, right, okay.
You may be even toying with the idea of writing a book, starting a blog, perhaps a screenplay, or a position at a local news meet. Couldn't be a better time than now.
All right, so we're going to get something
that's kind
done
of
today
apt and
for
appropriate, given what we're working on right now.
So the backs of the card have astrological wheel on them, right? They're really beautifully done. Again, they're called the Black Moon Astrology Cards, and they come with a really good sizable guidebook and 52 cards. So they're not a tarot.
No, they're not.
They are an oracle.
Yes.
Right? They'd be considered an oracle, but they're basically just called astrology cards.
So they're like beautiful. Good for learning astrology, which
my gosh,
Lisa always recommends that. If somebody's like really wanting to dig into astrology and learn about it, they're a fantastic tool for that. But they're also a great tool just as a divination tool.
Right. But,
so, you learn as you divine here, which is kind of really cool. So yeah, we strongly recommend them. It's something you'll always find on the shelf at the awareness shop, unless somebody's just bought the last
one. That's funny. So
it does happen occasionally. But
North Node's life's purpose. Gemini, I think, right? Scorpio, I transform, and it's red on purpose because Mars is the ancient ruler. So there's a lot of really good knowledge to glean from these cards, and we will provide a link.
There'll be a link.
For you to order them.
When we pop this up, you'll see a link below, so you can go straight to those. If you want to get your own deck, you can certainly do that. So that is what we've reviewed today, which are the Black Moon Astrology Cards by Susan Shepherd. Strongly recommend them. Strongly recommend them. All right. So if you like what you see and you want to see more of these reviews and stuff, please do like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate it. We'll keep them coming on. That's us. We'll now move back to
your regularly sponsored program.
No. So we're not ignoring it. I see we have a new viewer, WitchBitch5, if that's or it's a V, who did ask a question. I did see your question, but if you'd have joined us earlier, you'd know that particular part. This is where we're trying to make a little bit of perennial content. So we don't actually interact with people during that bit. But if you want to interact now, we're all ears. And hands and eyes.
Right. And Brenda's saying, will these help me for the upcoming astrology class?
Yes.
During the class, we will certainly recommend them. We are going to give you a ton of printouts. I know that, Brenda, you took Craft of the Wise, so you kind of understand our teaching manner. We will always give you tons of handouts. And, of course, the astrology class comes with books.
Oh, books.
But I do recommend these for people who want like a daily dive into astrology. There's 52 cards. You could read one
a day,
one a week. Sorry,
1 week even.
You could do one a week. The astrology class is in January, Kathleen, and yes, you certainly can join.
You can.
And I highly recommend it because it helps you with understanding the craft of the
Has
wise.
a link been put up to the astrology class? I'll tell you, you can do this dead easy, Gilda. Astrology.awarenessshop.com. Astrology.awarenessshop.com. It'll take you straight there. And if you go into our content on the YouTube channel, you'll actually see we did a specific one with that.
We did an astrology class promo, basically.
Yep. So you can find
So
it.
Brenda, Kathleen, Gilda, whoever wants to look at what's going to be in the astrology class or the books that are going to come with the class, right? You'll get a binder. I think it's around 200 pages of workbook.
It's a little bit head bleeding.
You get a lecture. It's interactive. We will go through everyone's chart. We start out not knowing the glyph or even your own sign, and end up a year later understanding how to write predictive astrology, how to make a horoscope for the following month.
Delineate a chart.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is if you just did one of these a week, because the class is once a month for a year, because you really need time to digest. But you could get yourself one of those little recipe card holders or a business card holder, and you could put one card a week on your altar, and that would be the card that you learn that week. So third house messages, even if we haven't covered the third house yet, you could read what Susan has said, Susan Shepard, in her Black Moon book. And then the following week, pick a different card. And just make sure that you don't double up the card, because you have 52 weeks, 52 cards. But yeah, they're a fantastic tool. And like I said, I really personally couldn't have written a better little guidebook. So I have a lot of respect for this woman, and we have sold a crap ton of her decks.
Absolute bloody ton. We should get her on the show at
I
some
think
point.
she's Australian, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Well, we...
Time zones.
Who cares?
Right, because...
it's only 12 hours difference.
Right, and...
it's going to be up in the middle of the night.
And Courtney Weber, I wanted to say again before we close that next Tuesday night at 7, we're having a live reveal of our Hecate statue.
Oh, you're going to love it.
And Courtney Weber has agreed very graciously to come on and talk about building a relationship with Hecate and describing some of the things on the statue and how they're related to that goddess. And we're also going to be promoting her book.
Rumor has it you might be able to get a signed copy.
And you might be able to get a little signature plate if you buy the book that night. All right?
If you're so inclined. Yeah, well, certainly. Hold on before you dig that. One of the things we're saying about doing this, Brenda was saying, and Brenda, I owe you an apology. I know you popped up yesterday. We were having all sorts of grief yesterday. I saw your message pop up just as we ended the broadcast, so I didn't even get a chance to respond to you. So yes, you're right. There we were gone. But pulling one of these a day or one of these a week is a great way to learn anything. We recommend the same with the tarot as well. Yeah. It's like it distills its knowledge into you or infuses it into you.
The image speaks to your subconscious. Your conscious mind deals with the words in the book. Yep,
that repeated exposure to it. And one of the things that you'll find yourself doing, and this makes me chuckle, I just love it. People start to astrologize, if that's even a word, everything.
Don't give this stuff away. This is part of the class.
But you're going to love it. I love it. I love it. It just makes me chuckle all the time. I just love some of the things that come out. And it's so cool, those little light bulb moments. And there'll be tons of them. So yeah, really good. Really good. Just pop this somewhere, your card for that particular week. And, allow that information. Revisit it, reread it many times as well. But trust me, you will learn. And you'll be amazed how much you will learn.
Good morning, Brenda. And Kathleen says, I have read Courtney's book and she loved it. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So there is another book called Entering the Garden of Hecate, but that book is completely
gardening,
like an herbalism kind of book. Courtney's book is really getting into the meat of the goddess. And,
right.
her offerings to you for your destiny, for soul, shadow work, all kinds of stuff. So I think you'll really enjoy her book. And Kathleen says she certainly did. But yeah, you can sign up. What's the way you sign up for the astrology class?
Astrology.awarenessshop.com. So that's all 3 S's together. Awareness is one word and shop is another word. But when you join them together, you get 3 S's. So it's awarenessshop.com. But if you put astrology.awarenessshop.com, that's all you need. You'll go directly to the place. We're trying to make things a little bit easier because our website, you can have like a link which goes on for 47 years or whatever. But,
right.
So we just put up a little, I guess you call it like a landing page, for want of a better word. And
we will probably limit the class to 20 folks. That's about all we can really handle.
Yeah.
Because then, any given time, there's a lot of people to look at their charts and things like that. There are 2 of us. When I teach by myself, I've been known to limit the class even smaller, but we're going to teach together, so we could probably
hopefully
manage 20 people.
I don't know. I have enough trouble managing myself.
There you go. All right, card of the day.
Cards of the day. What do we got?
Oh, the world.
Talk about everything.
My reading, because it's not Tarot
reading.
Talk
We're not
Tuesday.
doing Tarot Talk Tuesday. This is a reading.
My reading for you for today is be confident and step outside your normal, right? Don't worry about what other people think, and don't worry about rejection. Don't worry about all the things that you would normally worry about. Put yourself out there. Take a little bit of a different path or an opportunity. Take that opportunity. Step out and you'll be really pleased you did. What's your reading?
I love this one. This indicates to me this can be a culmination of a cycle. You finally got to the end of something, but you know what? The needle returns to the start of the song and we all sing along as before. So this actually, though, is an opportunity for you to really get to grips with something, and almost like a starting over, but you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from a place of experience. So if you utilize that experience that you've got and, push yourself, step maybe a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and just go for it. You've actually got everything you need. You've got the tools to make this work. So yeah, you've got those. Oh, I could talk forever on this card, but it's not Tarot Talk Tuesday.
Exactly.
So really, yeah, just bloody do it. In the words of Nike, do it. You have the smarts now. You have the experience. The only thing preventing you from moving forward.
You mean Nike, the goddess, not the shoe company, right?
Right, yeah, unless you're talking about the other shoe dropping.
Because this could certainly be Nike, the goddess.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it. The tick. Just do it. Just do it. All right, that's my reading for today.
Awesome.
So thank you
right,
so
folks,
very much.
Go be epic.
Us. Oh, beyond epic. It's a wonderful day. It's slightly hazy and cloudy. It's slightly cool, but it's not raining. So we've got a ton of stuff we've got to get done today.
A lot of admin stuff again, but we just wear so many hats. But
you know what though? Yesterday we
really.
We pushed the boat out on orders yesterday.
Oh, you're going to see maybe a couple of hundred new tarot decks. So we already have around 1,200 different ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I think when you add it all up, there's going to be about another 200 pieces.
We need a bigger store.
Tarot decks.
I think we need a bigger... Yeah, but, there's a point where...
Well, we're going to stretch out into the lobby, so it's going to be all right.
We'll be out on the porch next, We'll just have somebody out there with a trench coat going, I've got your tarot here.
We already enclosed part of the porch. That's our reading room. But yeah, Danny said, what should I get a trench coat for the pendulums,
Get your pendulums.
Yeah, it's really funny because this, yeah.
Oh,
but we love what we do, and we love helping people, and it is about connecting people with the tools that they need to help themselves,
It's wonderful. We are so stupidly privileged to be able to do what we do. And we love it. We love it, love
hard,
it.
Though. We work hard.
Is it hard work if you love what you do?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we work long hours. I mean, yesterday was a rather full day.
I think we had lunch around 6 p.m.
I don't think we even got lunch. I think we went straight to wine and cheese later.
Yeah.
Which was all right. We earned it. I think we earned a glass of wine and a slice of cheese yesterday.
Yes, we found some organic wine.
Oh, it was nice. It was lovely. It was lovely.
All right. Anyway, folks, off to the races. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on Elevensies.
Yes, indeed. Please do like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends all about us, all right? And we'll see you tomorrow if we... Yeah, no, I don't think we'll be doing box openings today.